Last item. This hat.
It's a bucket hat.
It's a bucket hat, but not really.
Definitely screenshotting whatever this is. You know the screenwriting term, a hat on a hat? You are living it.
That's exactly right.
Hello and welcome to The Great Beyond and Is This Good Companion Pod, where I catch up with my friend and yours, Jason Doyle.
Hello.
Hi, JD. Thanks for coming and producing the show. She's burning the 10 p.m. oil.
I don't understand this. My eyes are open past 10. It doesn't make any sense.
It's pure adrenaline.
A late night Great Beyond episode. Rachel, what time do you usually go to bed?
Well, hold on. It's a two-part question because it's what time do you go to sleep and what time you go to bed because she'll start sleeping on the couch, right?
I've been better lately. I get my ass up to bed and start reading and stay up a little bit later. I try to have a coffee at night to keep myself up a little later.
I thought, Rachel, if you ever want to fall asleep, you just turn on one of the movies we're doing for Is This Bad, and that puts you right out.
Yeah, that's true. If the TV's on, I'm sitting on the couch. It's fucking lights out, folks.
Totally.
You got to practice better sleep hygiene, Rachel. Okay, I'm worried about you.
You should be.
Here's what I want. I want the lights off. The lights off. No, I want all devices put away at least 90 minutes before bed.
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
And once we get in bed, I want a book.
Once we
I don't even
get
know if
in
I want a
bed.
Kindle.
Did you hear that? Once we get in bed. All right, Matt. I hear you. I hear you.
So you go to bed. JD's in the Classic Factory playing his Call of Duty.
That's right. Rachel's like an old European man who would have like 8 black cups of coffee before bed and just completely conk it. You know what I mean? Like, you know those guys? Like I used to know a Polish guy who would just like drink a big black cup of black coffee before bed. And he would be fine. He would just completely conk out.
Yeah, but then I wake up even more at night. But You're right. It's like done. But then I'm waking up all through the night.
Hey, here's a question for the Europeans. Why aren't they drinking that black coffee at about 1 p.m. pre-siesta hour? You know, they're like, if only there was some way for us to stay awake between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., but it hasn't been invented yet, so...
Hey man, the siesta culture is great. I endorse it. I wish we could have. I'd love to have a 2-hour nap every day.
Okay, be honest with me here.
Okay.
I can snap my fingers. I have full control over this country. Do you really want a siesta hour?
100%.
I think it's. You do?
Yeah.
But don't you just want the day to be over faster and then have your fun or whatever it is you're doing at night to yourself, not push the day back? I guess in Europe, the day doesn't get pushed back. It still ends at 5,
exactly.
But it's just you're losing an hour or two in the middle of the day.
Yeah. You have lunch and then you have a nap. I mean...
Your body appreciates it, too.
I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine people trying to go to Target on their lunch break and it being closed. Like, there would be riots in the street.
You're right. You are right.
No, we'd adjust our expectations.
No, we wouldn't.
Come on.
No, not in this country.
Well, I just got back from somewhere that's kind of like Europe, but they speak French there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Canada.
First time I'm seeing you since my journey to Montreal.
Yeah, right. How'd it go?
It went well, I would say. I would say that big weddings, we went back because the wedding's there very soon, and we needed to see the venues that we picked, for instance. Had not laid eyes on them yet.
Yes.
So I would say the big stuff is done, and now all we need to worry about is 1,000 small things. This is a real
the best part.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 1,000 duck-sized horses?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Give me the
I think
duck.
this
Give
is
me
making
the
me realize
big
I'd
duck.
rather fight the duck, the
Yeah.
big duck horse.
Yeah,
Because at least you don't lose sight of the giant duck horse. When there's 1,000 horse ducks roaming around, you're like, did I lose one in the Shire?
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
My brain just short-circuited. This is too late for fucking duck horses in the Shire. Holy shit.
Yeah, little ones, duck-sized horses.
tripping.
Yeah,
I'm
they're hard
tripping
to
out.
fight. They're hard to
I mentioned a Lord of the Rings word, and Rachel was like, maybe I'll start paying attention, but also I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
to. We only got in one argument at one of the venues.
Okay.
Ooh.
Over?
It was about how this is the Saturday night event. The wedding's on Sunday. So this is like a welcome cocktail dinner kind of thing.
Oh, same venue.
No, different venue.
Okay, sorry.
And they were like, here's all the beers we have, here's all the wines we have, and here's all the booze we have. And I said, okay, so is there like, are you going to print a little like menu to put at the bar? And they're like, no. And I said, okay, wouldn't it be nice? Because why would anyone know the weird Canadian beers we have here, for instance?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like Molson and Labatt, like, micro brew style beers, weird IPAs and Radlers and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And because I understand everyone that's coming has been to a bar. Yes, I get that. But you've been to open bars. I've been to open bars. You usually go up expecting they'll have 2 beers, a red wine and a white wine, and then, the rail.
Yeah.
But for instance, there's an orange wine. There's a red wine, a white wine, and an orange wine. And the orange wine happens to be one that I've had before and that I know other people that I know have had before because they brought it to parties, whenever. Would you go up to an open bar and just be like, I'll have an orange wine, please? Like, you would just never think to ask that.
I've never heard of orange wine until this second.
We're working at levels of complication here.
Right.
Levels of awareness. If you don't know about orange wine, this is not a problem for you. So I said, why don't we just put a little menu that lists, and I said, I don't even care. You have 10 beers. List 3, like a normal one, an IPA one, and another one.
Yeah.
But they were very adamant against this. They're like, well, it gets complicated for the bartenders. I'm like, why? I'm trying to make it more, because then they're like, well, then they have to familiarize themselves with the 3 beers you put on the menu. And I'm like,
it's already
like
on the menu.
Bullshit to me.
What? Did they not have a fucking printer or a Staples nearby?
They just want
Well, JD, we're paying for this. So, of course, I put my foot down and I gave in completely.
Wow.
And we're not having a menu.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I'm going to go up to the bar and I'm be like,
where's a fucking menu, dickheads?
no, I'm not going to be doing that.
And producing the show, she wants to know where the menu is, dickheads. Rachel Doyle.
That's right.
Don't give my friend shit. He's getting married and paying you.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have to ask what kind of wine they have, because it wouldn't be, you would never do this, but what if it was a Shiraz, right? Like, ew, I don't want that. I'm not saying.
I guess you'd have to go up and say, what's the red wine?
Yeah, what's the red wine? But if it's on a card or a menu,
And they go, okay, ask me what the red wine is.
Hey, what's the red wine?
It's a wonderful Shiraz from Australia.
Fuck you, Matt. I'll find you on the...
Sir, what is with you
idiot.
and your wife? You've done nothing but belligerently insult me.
We're from the States.
In my second language, so I'm not even sure what you're saying.
I'll be like, do you have Bredor? I'm in Quebec, so that I would expect to... Do they even make that anymore?
I'm not sure.
No, good.
I'm not sure. All I know is that this is why they hate Americans, and you're not even American.
I'll take a Labatt's.
I'm going to hit them with 1,000 questions, and they're going to regret not having a fucking menu.
Walk me through all of this.
I'm going to mark this down, and you know what, Rachel? We're going to have to pay for an extra bartender with all the questions. I'm going to hire one auxiliary bartender just to deal with the Doyles.
Or they could just print a fucking menu.
I said, don't mind these people. They're trying to get content for our podcast but by trying to start something with you.
So what's the vibe of the place? It sounds a little hipstery.
It's not. It's a like event space, but it actually looks like a bar, which was what we were going for.
Okay.
We wanted a bar, but then when we started looking into bars, it's a Saturday. It's hard to get a bar. And then also sometimes it's like, we wanted it in a dive bar, but dive bars are very narrow usually and small and also dirty and have one toilet and no space to set up like a food thing and certainly no kitchen for any caterers to work in. So we needed an event space, but we wanted one that looked like a bar as much as possible. Okay. And I think we nailed it, even though we, just saw a picture of it and said, that's the one.
Nice.
So
well,
hopefully
that's great.
you feel the same.
This is all great news except for the
hopefully
menu.
Everyone listening, when they walk in, will feel the same way.
Well, I wouldn't stress about it. It's a bar. I mean, we've all been as you say, we've been in a bar before. I'm going to order a 50. 50? They got 50 out there?
No, not an option. Not on offer.
Oh, are we? This is going to be all just shitty microbrews? Like,
I believe there's a Molson and there's a Coors Light, and then there's... After that, it's stuff I grew up there and I don't even recognize it.
I'll just say, give me the yellow one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll take the orange wine.
Take the
Give me the Fanta.
what a great piece of intel if anyone that's coming to the wedding is listening.
Wow,
They're writing
right?
down. Get the Mein Klung. That's the orange
Mind
wine.
clung. So made of oranges, I assume. And it's
No. This is just a skin contact wine. So we're leaving the skin of the grapes on, which is giving it an orange color.
Oh, so it's orange.
Yeah, it's literally
I don't.
orange,
I don't.
not made of
I don't like
oranges.
this.
It sounds fancy.
I don't like it.
I don't. There are only 2 genders and there are only 2 colors of wine.
That's right.
What about rosé? That's the buy of the wine
exactly.
world.
I will
and
accept.
We won't stand for it.
Is it opaque? Can I
There
see
should be
through it?
there should be a white wine bathroom and a red wine bathroom.
Exactly. Can I see through it? Like, is it opaque? Like,
No, you can definitely see through it.
okay, so it's just an orange.
Yeah, we're learning.
Does
a
it
lot.
fucking taste like wine?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It can be quite tart. It's good. It's a nice first glass, especially if you're outdoors, sun's shining a bit.
Okay. So like an Aperol Spritz.
I think you should try it. Try it and give a review on the show.
100% trying it. For
Okay.
sure. How many
Hope you
drink
liked it as
tickets
much
do
as
I
like
get?
Hennessy. No drink tickets, JD. This is a classy.
I
Yeah.
know it was.
Oh,
a joke.
do you believe these people had the temerity to say, well, if you want to keep it simple, then why don't we just do beer and wine? I was like, that's not the way to keep it simple. I mean, that is simpler, but
Yeah.
it's also depriving people of like, if someone's like, I want a tequila soda,
Yeah.
I can't get that now.
Yeah. No, yeah. You did the right thing. What's the premium bar? Any premiums or no?
No premiums at this one.
Okay.
We're dealing with a rail, but I think it's a nice rail. It's not a standard rail.
All right. We're everybody getting fucked up, I assume, right? Like,
Well, I mean, what's your strategy going to be? Are you going to get fucked up open bar Saturday and
Great
then
question.
fucked up open bar Sunday? Like, I want you to have something
Yeah.
in the tank for the
Both.
actual celebration.
it's both. It's both for me.
Oh my
Keep in mind,
God.
you have to be drunker on Sunday because you're going to have to dance a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel, are you concerned about his moves or you feel like he's in a good place?
Sorry, I'm going to be hungover going to the first party because we get there on Friday night. We're going to be Friday night in Montreal, so.
This could be a disaster for you. Pace yourself.
I'll keep it together for him.
Thank you, Rachel. I need you to babysit him.
I will.
You know how long I've been waiting for this wedding? Come on.
43 years.
Exactly.
Or at least since 2001.
Since 2001.
So we were going to do this last week, and then we ran out of time. But a couple weeks ago, we were discussing how, I forget why, Rachel is a hoarder.
Yeah.
And I suggested that a way that, because she, you Marie Kondo style, put the object in her hands, you say, does it spark joy?
Right.
Unflailingly, she answers yes. So clearly she's not the best judge.
Exactly.
No, it's the opposite. Nothing I own brings me joy. So if I got rid of everything, I would be standing here naked.
This is what we want.
Like
this is
nothing.
the goal.
There'd be nothing in my house.
This is
You're
what
saying-
we're after.
If you followed the Marie Kondo method, you'd be on the street.
Yeah, I'd just be like, well, I guess this is where I'm at. Okay.
Okay.
Do I own anything in this house that I love?
I mean, I guess not, but you refuse to get rid of anything.
It's practicality.
Is
Well,
it?
so
though?
I thought
It's
I'd break
not.
the tie for you.
Okay.
Let me help.
All right.
So I asked you, JD, to bring 3 things that you want out of the house, or I don't know how many you brought, but some
Yeah.
stuff you want out of the house.
Uh-huh.
And you show it here on the show, and of course, everyone listening, maybe we can get a poll up, we'll say whether you should keep it or not.
Okay, sure. All right. The first one is a no-brainer. What today's date is March 27th.
This has to be food.
That's important. It's March 27th. I think it's time to get rid of this Kirkland brand eggnog that's been in our fridge.
If you're just listening, I feel the need to point out it's 2/3 full.
Yep, 2/3 full. I'm afraid to open it because I feel like it's gonna pop. Like
No,
it's
that's
gonna-
stuff-
Give it a sniff. Give it a sniff.
I can't.
It doesn't go bad. Come on.
It's
has it been left out of the
cream-based.
fridge? And
No,
does
no.
it say that it needs to be refrigerated?
I don't know the answer to
It has
either.
been in the fridge, and I don't even think it needs to be refrigerated.
Okay, it smells sort of Baileys-y, so I think it's fine.
It's
I think it's fine. But
Okay, well, here's the simple test, Rachel. If you'd like to keep it, take a sip right now on air.
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's
a
going.
big no.
Wait, so okay, here's a good example. So JD, did you hold it up to her a few days ago and go, "Oh, we still have this eggnog from Christmas. I'm throwing it out." And she was like, "No, no, 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 no.
I mean,
What about
kind
Christmas
of.
in July? It's coming up."
Yeah, it is coming up. It's coming up.
Add it to your Guinness. That might taste good.
No way. Are you insane? Absolutely not. I will take a swig though.
Okay, thank
you didn't try it before.
It's like it's
dessert.
wine based.
It's dessert.
It's wine cocktail. It says.
That doesn't sound good. I don't know what wine you would put in eggnog. Malt liquor, I guess I could
Orange
understand.
wine.
Orange.
I mean, to be honest, it tastes fine. It
Okay.
does taste fine.
So then why do you want to throw it out?
Because it's taking space in the fridge and it's eggnog and nobody's drinking this between now and Christmas. Nobody.
I would only drink it because I would feel like I should.
But
I
you
kept
wouldn't,
it for
though.
a year.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Okay, that's
Anyway,
going. It's easy. That
This
was
is
easy.
okay. That's why like
go.
no brainer, right?
Rachel, you okay?
I'm fine. I can do
Like
this.
what feelings does this work up in you?
It's fine because it makes more room in the fridge. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
good.
But
Okay.
speaking of Lord of the Rings, you do have a bit of a my precious vibe about you right now. Like
Yeah.
you have a pained expression on
Yeah.
your face.
No, it's fine.
Okay. We have been using an espresso coffee maker for about 4 years now.
Uh-oh.
Very beverage based so far. Go on.
I know. Sorry about that. These have been in our cupboard when we have very little cupboard space.
Okay, say
These
what
are
it is
these
for
are
the people.
Melita number 4 coffee filters.
Melita.
Let me tell you something, actually. Those don't even fit the other coffee maker because I bought the wrong
So
size.
you bought the wrong size, and these have been taking up very precious space in our cupboards. For how long? I mean, I
So,
don't even know. Like,
I feel bad because it will go to waste and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even fit our coffee machine. So I feel like I should give it to someone. But what am I going to do? Go find someone with a size 4 coffee filter
Now,
and make them take
when
it?
it comes to donating, they don't love it when the box is open
Normally.
on account of poisoning.
right, exactly. I mean, Facebook Marketplace, perhaps.
Oh no! I mean, if anything, that's a curb alert. But just think about what's a curb alert.
Exactly.
First of all, no one. The whole point of a curb alert is like, you're driving by that curb. Mm-hmm. You see that chest of drawers, you're like, oh baby, I
Yeah.
need that.
Right.
You're not gonna see these Melinas that are towering a quarter of an inch off the ground.
Yeah,
Made
exactly.
of paper.
And by the way, speaking of Christmas, that's red and green packaging. So
Oh,
maybe you
yeah.
can pair that with the eggnogs.
Oh, just sit it at the curb and hope a dog doesn't piss on both of them so
Very
someone
festive.
will take it.
Well, what about Rachel? Did you think about using them as just like a filtering, almost like a cheesecloth? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe in the kitchen you strain.
You're giving me a reason
Come
to
on,
hold
Matt.
on to them, Matt.
Oh, yeah,
You
sorry.
are an enabler.
She's gonna like lay them all out, and for 3 months it'll be our AC filter. You know, she'll duct tape them all together, and no, these are going.
Oh yeah, make a little Madonna style bra.
Make art. Yes.
Sorry for solving problems. Okay, Rachel, can you commit to throwing out those filters?
It's outie. It's outie.
It's a recycling. It's an easy one.
It's fine.
It's an easy one.
It's
Okay,
just money
great.
going down the toilet because I
Now,
fucked up.
why didn't you just return them once you realized?
'Cause
it was
I
the wrong
opened
size?
it.
Yeah. Well, the store has the same problem as the less fortunate.
I mean, I feel like wherever you got them would take them back.
No, they wouldn't.
That's
You open the
spillage.
box, bitch. That's your problem.
Okay, all right.
Okay. See, where's that energy when you're talking to yourself, Rachel?
Exactly. Exactly.
JD, when you were a kid and you had a headache and you took ibuprofen, did you ever wonder how the ibuprofen knew where to go?
I still wonder that. My head hurts. I take ibuprofen, and it just knows to go directly to the pain in my head.
Yes, exactly, because you take that pill and it goes everywhere. But you know what's not like that? Deodorant. I used to think you could just put it on your pits and that would make you not smell.
Right.
But that's not the case. Many years of experience have told me that's not true because your whole body's sweating when you think about it. It's excreting, it's sloshing about. The smell is coming from other places besides your armpits.
Yep. When I take off my shirt, the whole thing stinks, not just under the arms.
Exactly. So what's the solution? I have it here in my hando. It's Mando! Mando is a full-body deodorant that goes everywhere, including, JD?
Your ass.
Oh, you changed it up this time. Yes, your ass. But because your ass is on your body, then technically that's true. You put it on your cheeks, you put it on your undercarriage, you put it on your belt line, you put it on the back of your knees, you put it on your feet, you put it on the palms of your hands, anywhere that smell. And in this case, I'm smelling like Mount Fuji, JD.
Ooh.
Crisp and clean like a mountain stream. Mando is clinically proven to block odor all day. And you know, ironically, who could use this? The Mandalorian. Because he's got that suit on. That Mando is sweating. The Mandalorian needs some Mando.
Never takes it off. Never takes that helmet off. He's got to dab it behind his ears.
Yeah, he probably never takes it off because he stinks. But if he had Mando, he'd feel more confident. Living out loud, so to speak.
That's right.
Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code GOOD at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. That's shopmando.com, SHOPMANDO.com. Use code GOOD.
Okay, here we go. This is
no.
This is Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, no.
DVD.
No way.
Standard def.
Oh no, standard. Wait, hold on.
It's not going
What year did
anywhere.
that come out in? How is it standard def and on DVD?
Oh, great question. It's season 2, so I think you make me put on my glasses, but it was before 2006. I think this came out. This was released on DVD.
No,
Okay,
it's
I feel
going
like that should still be
nowhere.
HD. Okay, Rachel, why do you want to keep this?
Okay.
Sorry, it is HD. It's probably 1080.
16 by 9.
16 by 9, but like get the fuck out of here. Like we're a 4K world now.
Oh, please. You're so fucking high maintenance. Okay. So,
I'm high maintenance.
Yes, you
This has
can't
been sitting. We have moved this from Canada.
Look, we have a
no.
PlayStation 5 that takes discs, okay?
Okay.
And he is like, oh, well, I don't want to pay for the Matrix. We own it. Let's put it in. I'm not watching that on the 4K. Well, I don't want to
That's
fucking
not
pay
4K.
to watch the Matrix.
It's not 4K.
I know, but we can still watch it and not pay for
Why
it.
would we? Why would we?
Because I want to watch the Matrix, or I want to watch Battlestar Galactica.
Wait,
If you're-
Rachel, what are you going to do considering you don't have season 1?
I do. I have all the seasons.
This was just the
Oh,
one.
why are we only throwing out season 2?
We're not throwing any of them out.
We don't have all
You don't know that
Yes,
yet,
we
Rachel.
do.
I haven't made my decision.
We have all of them, and we also have the prequel, Caprica.
Oh, that with the
Thank
show that
you.
got canceled that was
Okay,
shitty?
that one you fucking throw away.
I
but
enjoyed it.
I
Okay.
never even heard of that.
Well, that's your loss, Matt. I will bring it to watch it with you in Montreal.
I'm quite busy, but go on.
Because I don't want to pay for watching it, and I plan on watching that again.
Okay. Will you watch the entire Battlestar Galactica
Yes.
within the next 6 months?
Yes.
Okay, then I.
She is
I don't know what to tell
lying.
you.
She's lying to you.
I
And listen,
no.
okay.
No.
You know what? I will let you keep this because okay, here's the other thing.
Oh, you'll let me, big boy.
Here's the thing. The disc player that she is referring to is the PlayStation 5. Now, if you can figure out how to press play and control the fucking player by yourself, no help from me
Jackson
or anybody else.
is my assistant.
Nope.
Because he's watching
You
it with
get
me.
no help. You get
No,
no help.
Jackson's gonna be like, "Oh, wow, sorry, Mom. Yeah, I just can't get it to play."
That's right.
As you leave the room, and he's like, "Oh, I got to log on for my, whatever Rocket League tournament."
That's right.
Mom was about to take the TV. Well, let me tell you this, Rachel. You got a 1 in 4 shot of getting it to work on the first try because it's either X, triangle, square, or circle.
Right.
Right.
Okay. But try
Yeah.
pausing it and try going back. Try. You can't do it. Is the point? Like it's very, very tricky to do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Now, JD, as someone who is in media and a lover of film and television, are you not part of this movement that is elevating physical media? Because some people are saying, like, we thought we were living in a universe where everything was available to us at all times.
Right.
But now we're realizing that sometimes, like, David Zaslav's like, oh, I don't want to pay for this movie anymore. And
Right.
you just, boom, it's gone. And you
Right.
cannot actually get it. And sometimes movies, you can't even not buy them for, or rent them for $4.99 on Apple TV or anything like that. So this ensures that she will never be out
You're right.
Yes,
of Battlestar Galactica.
And we're also canceling services. We've already canceled 2 of them because we're trying to be better about money and stuff.
Netflix, get out of here.
You're canceling Netflix?
I canceled it today.
What's your hierarchy of cancellations?
Apple TV, number 1.
Number 1, cut, right?
Yeah. Although
Yeah,
we got to watch Severance season 2 first, but then it's gone. And then I'll get it for a month and then watch, Slow Horses and the next Severance, and then we'll get rid of it. And then Netflix.
Churn, you're their worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's right. Apple doesn't care about the churn, I don't think. They can't, right?
I think Apple doesn't care about their entire streaming service.
They don't give a shit. They just like being around Brad Pitt.
And one of our few A-list actors, by the way.
Okay, that we can agree on.
One of our 2 A-list actors. Anyways, do you need to watch season 2 of Severance?
Oh, you didn't like it.
Yes, I do, because it's part of the lexicon, man.
You're doing it for the memes.
I'm doing it for the memes. Exactly right.
Okay, so you cancel Apple TV first, then you cancel
Netflix. Get out of
Netflix
here.
over Hulu or
What
Max?
other one?
Well, Disney Plus and Hulu I have bundled, and I'm still halfway through Celebrity Jeopardy, even though I know who won. It's such a stupid thing. But here's the thing. This is what I watch, okay? I will not be judged. I will not be judged. Celebrity Jeopardy is on Hulu. I watch that. And then
You gotta get into Pop Culture Jeopardy on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes.
It's good.
It's not
good.
bad. Yeah, it's way harder than.
Do you
I
have a
thought it
boner
would
for
be.
Colin Jost?
I don't love him, but I have to say, like, he's really found his footing by episode 6 or 7.
He's,
Okay.
He's making good jokes. No, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's
at
good.
it.
I like Colin.
He's
Jost.
cute.
He's good.
It's the 3 contestants that throws me out. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Once I'm done Celebrity Jeopardy, Hulu, get out of here. But Netflix,
so-
we never watch.
I'm trying to think of the last thing. I mean, it's kind of good. I watch. Like, are you a Manson guy? I just watched a Manson documentary.
Well,
A
I was gonna say
Manson
I
guy.
like Manson, but I don't like Manson. I hate Manson.
Are you
but
a Manson
I'll watch.
guy?
I'll watch a Manson doc. Sure.
Yeah.
On
honestly,
what?
it's not
What? On
great.
what though?
It's basically based on this book called Chaos, which I've always
No, but
wanted
what
to read.
service? What service?
Netflix. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Netflix is good because there's always like maybe something when you can't think of anything else.
I guess. But it's part of the churn. I'll go back. I'll make a list. I'll go back, and then we'll keep it for a month or 2, and then get rid of it.
Now, if Netflix ever gets Battlestar Galactica,
I don't
Then
need
we can
it.
throw it the
I
DVD.
don't fucking need
Yeah,
it
we
because
do
the
because
disc
it's in
still
4K.
exists.
You're
Do
gonna
you-
watch it in 4K, and you'll be like, "Why? I can't believe my eyes. My eyes have been closed this whole time." Anyway,
do you have any other items or?
yeah, I got a couple more.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah,
I
yeah.
have 12 more.
I'm having fun. Rachel is squirming like she's been rendered
this.
to a CIA black site.
Okay, I'm holding up.
You're waterboarding me. Stop.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm holding brown saucers.
Rachel, we're only
Saucers.
waterboarding you because you insisted on keeping
1,
all that
2,
water.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 saucers I have.
Okay,
in
we
my
got.
hand.
He's holding up 12 brown. It looks like from here.
Yeah,
Tea, coffee, saucers.
She found a complete set of the ugliest plate set in our shed left over from the previous owners of the house. They're gross. Like they're gross. Most of the rest of the set is gone
It's
because
broken.
it broke. Like they broke. But then we have these saucers again. Very little cupboard space. Keeping up.
Those are our only small plates we have.
They're not plates.
They're
They're
not plates.
saucers.
Plates.
There's a divot in the middle. They're not plates.
You
But
can't
I
use them
still
as
use
plates.
them as small plates.
You're the only one.
No.
Nobody likes using these.
Well, it's not like I like.
What do you
using
put
them.
on here?
like a piece of toast or something.
These have been in this box for 3 weeks and you didn't even fucking notice.
That's not true. That is not true. I've been looking for a fucking small plate, and I've been going
looking for them.
I've been going back and forth between 2 little glass saucers.
Right, exactly.
She's like, do you know how small my food looks now on a regular sized plate?
These are going.
That's for portion control.
Okay, Rachel. What is your okay? You wake up tomorrow. These plates are smashed in the garbage.
It's fine.
Is your life any different?
No, but I need some small plates now.
Okay, I agree with you.
Why do I need to go buy small plates if I have those?
Because these are not plates. They're
They
saucers.
are plates. They function as plates.
No, they don't. You ever try having a piece of cake on this? You can't do it.
You can. It's just not pleasant.
Exactly. So get it out of here.
Okay, those are going.
Thank you.
Fine.
Thank
Those
you.
are going. At most, you can keep one to put your little toast on.
See?
No, Matt, because here's the thing. It takes up just as much space, one sitting in the cupboard, as 12 do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because nothing
Now,
can
I want
go
you
on
to
top of
go
it.
to a dollar store and get 4 small plates.
Thank you.
You're 4 people in the house.
Exactly.
Or 3
Thank you.
now, I guess.
Yeah, no.
So 4,
yeah,
you can break one, and that's it. That's all you need.
exactly.
Whatever.
Okay, next.
Last item. This fucking
Oh.
hat. It's a
Oh, the
hat.
pea hounds are going to be furious about this. It's a bucket hat.
It's a bucket hat, but not really. It's sort of like, it's more of a, it's like,
Definitely screenshotting whatever this is. you know the screenwriting term, a hat on a hat? You are living it.
I'm
literally.
exactly right. Here, you put it on, Rachel. It looks like, the crazy woman who's looking for butterflies in the enchanted forest.
Well, I'm almost there.
But which would be fine. How it looks is irrelevant. It's simple fact that you just simply never wear it.
Well, Lincoln bought it, or we bought it for Lincoln, and he was like, why the hell did I think I was going to wear this? I'm like, oh, well, we should keep it then, because I'll wear it someday.
Yeah, I'll wear it.
And that's kind of how all of their clothes go. They go, I don't want this. And I go, oh, well, we can't get rid of it. That's a nice shirt. What am I going to do? Here, Jackson, you want any of these? No? Okay, well, then I guess I need to wear them.
No,
What
but-
are we going to do?
But, Rachel, were you sad?
About the hat?
No, when the dingo ate your baby.
Oh, you can snap it up, too. Wait.
It's a very Australian coded middle of the country.
There you
hat.
go. Now. How is it better now?
You know,
No,
like,
actually, I think it got worse, actually.
yeah,
Now
Way
you look
worse.
like you're hobby horsing.
yeah.
Okay, so when was the last time you wore this hat?
She's never worn it.
Oh,
Not
you've never
once.
worn it.
Not once.
So, Rachel, here's the thing. Let's break this down. You're complaining we can't throw out the plates. We're trying to be better with money. I can even though they were not meant for this purpose, I can use them for my toast. But maybe if you bought less stuff that you never use.
But I don't buy stuff that I don't use. I don't buy stuff, really.
Yeah, that's the problem. She found these plates. She found them.
This
Like,
also, I mean, if I go for a walk, I should cover up my face, keep the wrinkles away. I should wear something
You should,
like
but
this.
you don't.
Yeah,
you
but-
don't. And we have a long history of evidence that you don't wear that hat. So that hat, I'm sorry to tell you, it has to go.
gotta go. Say somebody's gonna use it.
Do I look kind of crazy with this too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I look a little.
Yeah, you're not going to wear it.
Yeah. I think
Honestly, I'm going to tell you this. If you do want a hat to wear outside on a walk because it's a sunny day, why would you get why would it be black?
that's a great point.
It's going to absorb all the heat.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to wear that.
Yeah.
What about at the pool?
No, it's the same thing. It's the same problem. You need a flouncy,
And your features
flowery
are very
thing.
light. You would be
It's-
better in a lighter color.
Yeah,
hat.
exactly.
She gone.
Say goodbye. Wow, we did well. Okay, so everything except for Battlestar Galactica season 2.
We're keeping the important things.
But you know what?
That is important.
I guess I'd like to know, I don't want to Google it now, but is Battlestar Galactica currently streaming?
That's a great question. I don't know that it is. It's definitely hard to find. So it's Universal. It's Universal. So what's Universal's stream? That would be the
Paramount?
cock, right?
The cat.
It's what?
Would it be the cock?
Oh, the cock. Yeah. NBC Universal. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. It's the cock.
Which we have the cock. I don't know if
you keeping the cock over Netflix?
We just re-signed up for it.
We
signed
can't get
up.
enough of the cock.
Yeah, we love the cock. What do we watch on the cock? We watch. Well, it's got soccer, which is the original reason I got it.
Right, but we got it recently for something. Oh my god.
Well, there's Wicked.
That's not why we got it.
Well, anyway.
To watch something with Jackson. Maybe it was a Memento. Is that possible?
No, not possible.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, that's it.
That's a fun exercise. Maybe you could bring back some more stuff next week, and over time we can really put that house in order.
Purge this place.
Yeah. We need
I want you to bring in something that's like very big, like that you would struggle to pick up. Because I want it to actually make a difference. Like I want you to walk into your house tomorrow and actually notice that this item is gone.
Honestly, these saucers have made such a difference. Like just putting them in this box a couple of weeks ago. Fuck! I open up the cupboard and go.
Angry.
They're gone.
Okay, Rachel, it seems like you've come to terms with this.
It's fine.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Did you enjoy this segment? Because it doesn't seem like you did.
It's fine. It's a necessary evil.
No, this our lives are gonna change after this. This has ripped off the Band-Aid, and it's gonna you're gonna get addicted to getting rid of stuff, and I can't wait.
Oh, there's gonna be nothing left. There's just gonna be 4 plates, 4 cups.
This is my goal.
4 sets of cutlery.
Matt, you should see how many mugs we have. I know that whenever Phil J.E. Skeets comes in here and he looks in our cupboard and he sees all of the fucking mugs, I can feel him judging me from the other room. I can feel it.
You're dealing with a minimalist.
That's
a man who cannot stomach clutter.
Exactly. And he has to come in here every day.
He must like me.
What a hostile work environment you've set up for him, Rachel.
I think he likes me enough that he's past it. Like, he may have judged me for a while, but now he's like, you know what? She's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just one of her little quirks.
All right, well, we're getting rid of at least 5 of those mugs.
What? We go through so many everybody needs to fucking start.
What? We could just start being careful with our goddamn mugs.
I feel like if this segment goes on any longer, she will stop the record.
Yeah, you're probably right.
We've never had a guest walk out. It would be very funny if the first time it was one of us.
I'm out of here,
we're
bitches.
getting close. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. It was great.
You feel lighter, like you just lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up something with you. We may have discussed this before, but I feel very strongly about it now. Okay. And I've actually done some more research into this. Yeah. And to say it in one sentence, Biscoff has got to go. They've got to go.
Wow.
What?
We need them off the plane. I need Harrison Ford up there saying, "Get off my damn plane," to a box of Biscoff cookies. I'll tell you why, Rachel, because maybe this is the segment that's going to push you over the edge. I'm sorry, I have to speak my
possible.
Truth. You are really. This is her favorite.
When did you have a Biscoff cookie?
We have a crate of them.
In the air.
We do not have a crate of them.
Well,
What
throw
the fuck?
them out.
You exaggerate so much. 2 days ago, dipped them in my coffee. Fabulous.
No, you complained about it.
No, because
these are soft.
I threw out the stale ones and opened the new box.
So we had 2 boxes.
No,
of Biscoff. What household in America has 2 boxes of Biscoff going?
There was 4 left in the package.
I have upstairs Biscoff and downstairs Biscoff. And I'll tell you what, I bet I know where she put those 2 what plate she put those 2 cookies on.
No, I didn't
Probably
have
fit
any.
nicely in that divot.
I didn't have any. That's why I put it in the divot of my palm. That's what I had to resort to.
Here's my problem, Rachel.
Okay, lay it on me. I'm fucking not going to sleep.
Delta was the one that was like, we're getting
Riled up.
Biscoff.
Yes.
I looked into it. Apparently, this guy that worked for Delta, he went to Europe. He saw these cookies. I think they're in Belgium. Mm-hmm. They're called Speculus, which comes from speculum, which is not part of my argument that we shouldn't have them on planes, but I don't like that word.
No.
It does not connote delicious cookie to me.
Wait, isn't a speculum what my gynecologist puts up my twat once a year to take a
puts
peek
up
inside?
your delicious cookie? Yes, that is what that's...
Thank you for using that adjective.
I can't keep up with these technical terms.
Damn, my girl's got 2 Biscoffs down there.
Keep your cookie
Well,
healthy.
Biscoff sandwich. Okay.
Sorry.
Here's the problem, though.
Uh,
They're on Delta,
yes.
but we flew Air Canada home, and guess what they're also on? Air Canada,
No.
an unaffiliated airline.
Same brand, not like an off-brand.
No, like straight up Biscoff. And I did some research, and apparently all these other airlines serve Biscoff too. United, American Airlines, WestJet, Alaska, Sunwing.
It's the tomato juice of cookies.
Yeah.
It's the tomato juice of cookies.
It is because it has so much flavor. The same thing with the tomato juice, because there would be so much more flavor because you have a loss of
Right.
sense
So
of
you
taste.
have to be at 35,000 feet in order to taste the flavor.
Because it's like a ginger. It's got tons of flavor in it.
That's why she has her upstairs Biscoff. It's closer to the sky.
That's right.
She's like, maybe if I can get on the roof, these things could start tasting good. We have reports of a woman on the CN Tower eating a Biscoff cookie. Okay, you know what else is delicious, Rachel? Though you say Biscoff cookies, I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying that a Pepperidge Farm Milano is also.
Oh, stop it.
A
What?
Snickerdoodle is good. A Stroop waffle, if you want to go European, is good.
Okay, and now
A
you're
little,
talking.
a little baggie of some famous Amos, some Nilla wafers,
You don't dip that
an
shit in the
Oreo,
coffee?
a Chips Ahoy. I'm ignoring you and plowing straight through it as I name cookies. Keebler fudge strips. How about this? Girl Scout cookies. Why don't they support the Girl Scouts? Boom, it's Girl Scout season. Now you got Samoas on the plane.
Okay.
You got Thin Mints on the plane.
That's seasonal. This is all the time flying. First of all, Tass's lovely wife Danielle, she makes a wicked icebox cake with Biscoff that is fantastic.
Yeah, but it's in a cake. That's like it's
Did
part
I
of
also stutter? Did I say we're getting rid of Biscoff entirely?
I heard that, and I do not
just
accept
off
From
of
that.
the- is she
planes,
baking
off of
on the plane?
planes, Off of planes.
I
Katie,
thought
we're
you
in
said
trouble.
entirely. You meant just on planes?
Oh, entirely
Just on
from the
planes.
planes.
Oh, I thought you meant entirely. Like, get rid of them
Ban
altogether.
Biscoffs? No.
Yes, fuck the Biscoffs. Okay. All right. I don't care about that then.
Okay,
But
so
would you not sometimes like to get on a plane and they hand you a package that has 2 Oreos in it?
No, because I want to dip it in my coffee that I have on the plane.
you can dip an Oreo.
No, fuck that. That's not the same. It doesn't taste as good.
You could dip a Milano.
Yeah, you could. 100%.
It wouldn't have.
You
the
could dip a
same
shortbread
flavor.
cookie.
It's not as flavorful.
Change it up,
there.
change it up.
Up there. Oops. What's that? That's not right.
Up there. Anyways,
Put the
the
speculum out.
reason that I went militant on this is they were like, so you know that little list of what they have on the plane? Fucking now that I think about it, the airline can have a menu and I can't have a menu.
The rage is spreading.
So they're like, we have Biscoff cookies and we have Celebration cookies. Most of you probably don't know what these are. They're Canadian, maybe even Quebec thing,
Celebration
but it's like,
cookies are garbage. Sorry.
Wow.
okay, so what? You can come at me and I have to smile through this fucking podcast, but I say one thing about Biscoff.
You're attacking What are celebration cookies?
Suddenly
I don't
you're
even
reacting like I'm prying season 2 of Battlestar Galactica from your cold dead hands.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
What are celebration cookies for me and
So it's
everybody
a
else?
butter cookie that's kind of like scalloped edges
Uh-huh.
around, and then on top there's like a medallion of a slab of chocolate,
Yeah.
and that slab has like a little picture on it. Like in the case of Celebration, I believe it has the Canadian Parliament, but like there's those like schoolgirl cookies that have like a like a little Madeleine style schoolgirl on them.
But it's like eating a crunchy piece of cardboard under a hard piece of chocolate.
Okay.
It's very uncharitable. I'm not saying Biscoff cookies are bad, Rachel, but you're being very insulting to Canada's Celebration cookies.
What am I
Anyways, I say-
celebrating? Eating garbage? No thanks.
Wow.
Sorry.
You know when you're on a plane and you look at the list of like snacks they have and you get excited and you're like, wow, corn nuts and pretzels and nuts and Biscoff, and then they come by and they just put something on your tray table as if to say, yeah, we don't got all that.
Yeah.
So they just put the Biscoff down. I said, oh, actually, I'd like the Celebration cookie. They said, sorry, this is a morning flight. We don't have them.
It's not
and
time
then-
to celebrate.
And this is no time to celebrate. Have you seen the state of the aviation industry, sir? Anyways, then the flight attendant comes back like 30 minutes later. She's like, puts a few on. She says, don't tell anyone. I found some in the back.
They were in her purse.
And here's a Werther's original. Anyways, I ate fucking 4 of these cookies And I had my own little celebration on the plane.
Aw.
And I would just be so content if, whether it was Delta or United or American, I was getting these cookies or at least an option or switching it up or an Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of the Biscoffs.
That's fine. You're bored. You fly too much.
I don't even fly a lot, I don't think.
It is a pathetic choice. Celebration cookie or Biscoff, right? I mean,
Well, in which direction?
both. Like, sorry to both of you. They both suck. They both suck.
So what do you want? What do you want?
Give me a Stroopwafel. You said Stroopwafel. I'm
I
like,
said Stroopwafel.
God damn. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Okay.
I mean, I'm out of the cookie game. I don't get the cookie anymore.
Oh my God.
Never.
Let me show you the cookies I had. You don't get the cookie thing.
No, I'm saying
man
on a
loves a
plane.
fucking cookie.
I love a cookie.
Rachel's having a lot of difficulty telling between the plane and
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
Okay. If
Hey, that's
Jason
my
had a
stash of
choice-
cookies.
They fell out.
Yeah. A chocolate digestive?
Oops.
Come on, man.
No, I'd eat that.
Hobnobs.
Yeah, those aren't
That looks
my
like a
favorite.
British brand.
They're all, yeah.
Uh-oh.
The Tim Tam, of course.
Oh, God, a Tim Tam? I didn't even mention that. You could dip those in coffee.
Exactly.
Uh,
A chocolate digestive. That's all that's left.
chocolate
But-
digestive.
Hey, I would not be mad at those. But the problem is that they melt, right? Like, they need something hard and stupid, like a fucking animal cracker that's going to withstand the elements. Well, it's like, because
By the way, I'd be happy with an animal cracker every now and
I know you love animal crackers.
That is adorable. Are you 5? That is really cute. You are.
Are you sometimes
teething?
I eat the elephant's face. Rachel, I don't. Could you
Oh, Matt.
Could you close those
adore
cookies
you.
closer to the mic?
I'm busy putting cookies away.
This is like,
Jesus, JD's gonna use that as Foley for a thunderstorm.
right?
You're
What
welcome.
if this is the first podcast ever that did live Foley? We had Dave Foley on here. Wow, these are just great ideas we're leaving on the floor here.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
All right. Well, we had the mailbag show on Monday. Very fun episode. Go back and listen to it if you haven't. And there were some questions that I could say we didn't have time to get to, but actually what happened was I forgot that they were sent in because these were sent in through Instagram, not through email.
Oh, yeah.
And weirdly, so I put out a call on Instagram. I was like, hey, you got any questions for an upcoming mail show? 3 people emailed me the exact same question. And when I read the question, you might go, well, don't people ask you that every week? And no, they really don't. But what a strange, little moment of kismet here.
Okay.
That 3 people asked me the same questions, and I'll read them to you right now. Question 1, do you ever regret leaving the starters? That's from Ben. Question 2, do you miss the starters? That's from M. Sav. And question 3, after you left the starters and moved to LA, did you ever have thoughts about asking to rejoin? That's from That's Lamey. These are Instagram handles.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I will now answer these 3 questions.
Okay.
Do you ever regret leaving the starters? Yes, I've thought about it. Do you miss the starters?
Right.
Yes. After you left the starters and moved to LA, did you ever have thoughts about asking to rejoin? No.
No. Well,
No.
it didn't exist.
Wow. Look, let's go back to it. I leave in summer 2019 before you start the 2019 season. Yeah, the 2019-2020 season.
That was when we were
Your
no
first
dunks.
year as no dunks.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, even before I left, I was like, I know I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
And I know that I also might regret leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't make me not want to leave.
Right.
And then, unfortunately, what happened is I moved to LA. Moving is a lonely experience. And
Yes.
as I mentioned, also went through a breakup. And then the pandemic started right after. So I was down in general.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously in that time, I was thinking about my boys because all I was doing was just being at home and fucking working out, not to brag, and listening to podcasts.
Uh-huh.
So you guys were in my ear an hour a day, sometimes more. Let's try to keep it.
Keep it under.
Keep it
Yeah.
to
Well,
about
you
60
left,
minutes.
so that you were our meter.
Well, that brings me to my next point. I knew like I had to disassociate because there was a big part of the starters, and whether it's the starters or no dunks, I felt like myself was in it. I felt like I was in it.
Of course.
And it was a part of me, and it was obviously the fruit of all of our loins, but I was at least some of those loins too. Two loins.
Of course. Your DNA is all over that goddamn show.
Oh.
At one point we had 10 loins, then we dropped down to 8 loins. Now we're at 6 loins. No, we were at 12 loins at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, that's loin watch. But I was like, I'm not saying anything about the show. You know what I mean? Because obviously, like, I was listening. There were times when I was 99% along for the ride and enjoying it and thankful that you're entertaining me. And it's hey, if you people listening are like, I enjoy listening to No Dunks too. Imagine if like these people were your actual friends and you could actually live across the country and keep up to date with them and hear them laugh and make jokes and tell stories about their lives without ever having to pick up the phone.
You lazy
Yeah,
friend.
that's a problem. That's why nobody calls us ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm good. I'm pretty much up to speed with everything they're doing.
People don't call me. I say, oh, because you hear about what I'm doing every week on the show, and they're like, you have a show?
Yeah.
Different reason. So I made the decision, like, this is not my baby anymore. These are capable people. They're going to do whatever they want to do, and I'm just going to enjoy it as a fan. So right away, I kind of, like, disassociated from it, like feeling like I had any stake in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was mostly during the pandemic when I was like, fuck, what is the point of even being where I am right now?
Right.
Like, I could have literally just stayed, and then I would actually, A, be being paid, and B, have work to do and be engaged mentally and creatively. So that was the toughest part, I would say.
Right. The pandemic part of it would have been your time to shine, really, because we were literally freestyling. There was no basketball to talk about. We were like out there interpretive dancing, you know? Like,
Well, that's a great point, because I leave and suddenly it is like, we're doing shows about movies more now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I did get to be on some of the Fast and Furious ones.
yeah. And you will again.
Wonderful. But you're right. Like, it was like me and you suddenly, you know, there's a limit to how much we can talk about basketball. But if it was like, shit, we need another show here. I mean, that's kind of how we came up with the idea for this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So this could have just filled some airtime. But timing. So
Exactly.
yeah, I missed my friends, and I missed creatively collaborating for sure. There was never a time when I consistently had the thought, I've made a terrible mistake.
Right. Yeah, no, because you didn't.
But at the same time, you know, whatever. It's been a rocky road here, I would say.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to a point where I really love it here. Obviously impossible to prove a counterfactual. Would I be with Jill right now if I never left? Because in theory, she would have moved to LA
Yeah.
in 2019 and I would have stayed in Atlanta. We probably wouldn't have gone on more than 2 dates because she would have been like, I'm leaving this city. And I would have been like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But first, let me get a piece of that. And so, yeah, I never really was like consistently like I made a terrible mistake. And let's be honest. I mean, this is a little inside baseball, but the truth is, once we left the starters, once we left Turner, there became less to do from a production perspective because there was no video, no one to cut clips and sound ups and funny little top 10 lists, and wasn't dealing with 2 editors and a bunch of graphics people and all this stuff. So the truth is that me leaving actually probably helped facilitate you guys moving on because you just had less people and less people to justify. Like, I don't understand. This is a podcast. That guy pointing at you, JD.
Yeah.
He's doing all the audio. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
And then I would say, well, you know what? I'm sort of like a 5th voice, really. And they'd be like, well, we already got 4 voices, so we think we're good on that. Do you know a lot about basketball? Not really.
It's part of the magic, though. It's part of the magic.
It's part of the magic.
But yeah. I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, making a TV show and then going to a podcast, there is certainly I mean, I don't know. I felt like I worked a lot, but that was also because you left. So
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
yeah,
I purged myself. I held my own self in my own hands.
yeah,
We're all still friends. I'm going to see you all soon
yes.
for the big bachelor party. By the way, Rachel, do you have anything? I don't want to end here before I've given you a chance to say anything, or you could vent too about your precious plates that have been thrown out.
That's all right. I think I threw enough of a tantrum earlier.
Okay, perfect.
You mourning these saucers?
Yeah.
Okay, one thing we need to discuss is actually kind of semi-related to talking about starters and LA and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to a reduced schedule for this month.
Okay.
And
Good to know.
Thank you for I was gonna say thank you for reacting like this is the first you're hearing of it. People are like, wow, Matt's really runs this show like a dictator. Doesn't tell anyone this. I just started a new job that kind of came out of nowhere that I'm very busy at, and then have all the wedding stuff to plan, then traveling for the bachelor party, then traveling for the wedding. It's just a lot going on. We're going to a reduced schedule. What does that mean? Well, we're doing basically The Great Beyond, but it's basically now becoming Is This Good? So it'll be the three of us. But now I can, if I have an Is This Good question I want to ask you, instead of saving it for a guest that the listeners may or may not enjoy, I'm asking you. People
Okay.
they love.
All right.
I can bring in mail. We can do whatever we want.
Sure. I
So-
love a good "Is this good?" question. I realize I rarely get to answer them. Really, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Okay, you know what? That would be a fun episode.
Okay.
I ask you every question we've ever asked. And then you did take a deep breath and you just let it rip.
let it finally out. Yeah.
Is there one you could think of off the top of your head that you're like, damn, I actually had something to say about that?
No, but I do have some previous guests that I would like to complain about.
Nice.
Just throw them right under the bus.
We'll save
my
that for a
top
future
5
show.
worst guests on Is This Good?
Oh, yeah. This maybe Patreon only.
Actually, to be honest, I would have a hard time coming up with 5, but there are definitely.
You wanna
2
do
or
top 3?
No, let's do top 3.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to ask you an Is This Good question right off the bat. You know, we do this segment called Is This Good Advice?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you right now.
Let's do it.
If you want to talk so badly, then I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. If you want something done right, do it yourself.
100%.
Is this good
yeah,
advice?
It's good advice. 100%. 100%. You know me. I do everything myself.
His mother once said to me,
Yeah.
"Don't count on anyone but yourself ever." I'm like, Jesus, yeah, I know where Jason got that.
It's on our
advice.
coat of arms.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, also go alone.
That's right.
But don't you think that I agree with you when you say you do everything yourself, but don't you think that's not good? Like if you
Good.
don't learn delegation,
Yeah.
if you don't learn how to let go, if you don't learn how to foster new skills in other people, which actually that's a straw man because I actually do think you're very, very good at that. But don't you think you're driving yourself crazy?
Yes, I do.
So it's ultimately not good.
But he takes on too much work that if he delegates it, he has to spend more time teaching other people to do it, so it takes longer. He needs a lighter workload.
At first, but then, you know.
You're
you've
right.
had-
There is the pain of teaching somebody and taking the time to do that, which I struggle with. So yeah.
What if I said to you, JD, if you want something done right, find someone who you know can do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
For free.
What if I said, if you do everything yourself, you'll never have time for the things only you can do?
That is also true.
What if I said, doing it yourself doesn't mean doing it best? What if I said, work harder, not smarter?
Wait,
All right, you got me.
What if I said,
That's terrible
trusting
advice.
others is how you scale? And finally, what if I remarked that teamwork makes the dream work?
You just said work harder, not smarter. Am I?
Well, I meant to say work smarter.
Okay,
not
I'm
harder.
like, wait, what?
Yeah. See, Anyway. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
That's why you see how hard this show is. Now you have some more appreciation for our guests. They're hearing
Yeah.
these questions for the first time. They've never given them really a lot of thought before, and I'm asking them to find their footing as they go.
Yes. I need to approach life like I approach pickleball. Let my partner do like most of the work.
Well, honestly, that's a good lesson for you.
Isn't that why you're training me to do the show?
Yeah.
Rachel, what do you think of this maxim? If you want something done right, do it yourself. Are you good at delegating? Are you good at asking for help?
No. I feel extremely guilty if I ask for help from anyone or if I say I'm having trouble with something.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on with me ever besides Jason.
And I'm kind of the same. Like, I feel like I'm putting people out.
Yeah. Moving away from home with the kids doesn't make it easier, where we don't have any family to help out. So we're just kind of used to functioning that way where we don't really rely on anyone.
We're independent.
It's not a good thing.
And codependent.
No man is an island. What if I said that? I just did. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't like asking people for help. The way that I get around if you want something done right, do it yourself, is that I'm starting to realize that a lot of times it actually doesn't really matter how it gets done. Just that it gets done. And sometimes like the difference between me doing it the quote unquote correct way and someone else doing it is not like the end result for a third party. Sometimes they can't tell the difference anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, dumb shit when you start living with a partner or something. And, does it matter that they wash the dishes and that when you walk into the kitchen, the dishes are no longer in the sink? Or does it matter that they're using the right sponge and are they filling up the sink with water first or not? Or, you know what I mean? Like there's many ways to wash a dish.
Yeah, you're right.
So sometimes I think, well, Jill, you're not doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also think, well, you're doing it and you're putting effort in and yeah, like everything's dirty in the house and I got to rewash it. But
Yeah, exactly.
no, that's a straw man argument too, just to be clear. But it is kind of stuff like that. When you do move in with someone, you kind of realize like, well, this is the way I done it. I do it and I think this is the right way. But if I had not seen the way your process and just the end result, I would have been fine with it.
Right.
So this is an exercise of letting go.
Yeah.
Softening the rigidity.
I feel healthier already. And with
Wow,
that,
me too.
Another Great Beyond is in the books. This was JD Matt and Rachel. We'll see you next week.